So if you didn't know, I finally managed to summon this beautiful powerhouse of a woman, Kukulkan. And for some reason, I just really love characters who are insanely powerful, but act super chill and laid back. Now Kukulkan reminded me of a moment from the Nahui Mictlan Lost Belt that I just can't forget. It's the scene where Tepeu, Wakchan and Da Vinci ask her why she's dressed like an ocelotl, and she casually replies that she just wanted to try it. That alone is fine, but then it's revealed that Kukulkan originally went around completely naked in her Lost Belt because, well, there were no humans before Daybit arrived. She only put on clothes to sneak into Mexico City. Hilariously, when Tepeu, Wakchan and Da Vinci realized they were no longer in a human-inhabited area, they literally asked if she could go back to being naked. And the thing is, she was 100% about to do it, until Mash snapped and told her to keep her clothes on. If Mash hadn't gotten mad and told Kukulkan to stay dressed, we probably would have seen a naked Kukulkan. Or at least that's what should have happened. It's not exactly a big or dramatic scene, but I don't know, there's something kind of innocent about it. You know that type of character? The ones that act super focused and mature with this innocent vibe, yet somehow end up showing a ton of fan service without even realizing it, and still totally clueless about anything sexual. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about today. Let's get to it. Now, speaking of that type of character, we actually don't need to look far. Just take a look at Artoria Pendragon, not the saber one, but the lancer one. You know, the mature-looking one with the spear. I swear, this woman has no idea how colossal her chest is. She acts completely oblivious about it, and it's heavily implied that Fujimaru sometimes, well, struggles to maintain eye contact in her third ascension. I mean, who wouldn't? Luckily, Fujimaru is technically still a teenager and a pretty decent kid, so he doesn't take advantage of Artoria's innocence in situations like this. But it's a different story with the boys of the Round Table. Yep, Tristan, Gawain, and Lancelot. Unlike Fujimaru, this trio totally takes advantage of Artoria's cluelessness when it comes to this stuff, especially in the summer event. You've seen it, right? Artoria wearing that bunny outfit? Yeah, they're the ones who tricked her into wearing it, and since she's a little socially innocent in certain areas, she just puts it on without a second thought. No shame, no hesitation. She's just out there casually rocking it like it's no big deal. Honestly though, with her looks, maybe she should be proud. I mean, she looks amazing. But there's an interesting part about her summer form. It's the fact that even though she doesn't fully understand the implications of the bunny suit, she starts to become a little self-aware about her figure. In her Lancer form, she never seemed to realize how curvy her body is. But in her summer version, she even ends up teasing Fujimaru in one of her voice lines. I guess that's just summer brain taking over. Next up, we've got Bradamante. This girl right here is basically the poster child for fan service discussions. Literally every angle, every ascension of her shows off just how curvy she is. I mean, her whole design basically fits the classic manga and anime trope of the popular girl. Blonde hair, twin tails, tall, high-pitched, cute voice, and a gigantic chest. You don't really notice it in her regular sprite, but once you hit her final ascension, good lord, it's pretty clear how big her chest actually is. And since she's a Lancer, where most wear bodysuits, Bradamante basically wears what looks like a swimsuit, or a bikini, or just really minimal clothing, especially in her first and third ascensions. Now, Bradamante is one of those characters who's extremely innocent when it comes to pervy stuff. Like, she's completely unaware of how people look at her body. Well, actually, she's just kind of innocent in general, not just in that area. You'll notice that other characters actually comment on her outfit a few times, how it draws attention to her crotch and her rear, especially when she uses her noble phantasm. But somehow, Bradamante acts totally unaware of how revealing her outfit is. Even Ivan the Terrible once straight up complimented her butt and invited her to meet him after a wrestling match. And she somehow just brushed it off like nothing happened, or she didn't realize that. In the Samba Santa event, Quetzalcoatl even recruited her because of how sexy she looked in her blue and white leotard. But again, Bradamante didn't seem to notice or care about the comments on her appearance. She's just way too innocent. Now, her innocence isn't just limited to pervy stuff either. Like in the Samba event, she couldn't even tell that Martha, who was literally just wearing a mask, was in disguise. Fujimaru even points out that it's probably because Bradamante has such a pure and innocent heart. Even in Traum, instead of joining Charlemagne's Regia realm army, she chose to side with the Restoration realm, just because she genuinely believed Pope Johanna was doing the right thing. Pretty sure there are more examples out there, but those are the ones I remember the most. Feel free to drop yours in the comments. Speaking of Lancers with busty bodies who are totally oblivious to how curvy they are, we can't leave out Raiko. Yep, this mommy is something else, especially in her summer form. Now, it's not like she's clueless about lewd stuff. In fact, she thinks she understands it better than anyone. She even sets up an anti-lewdness group during the summer event to stop anything indecent from happening. But the twist is, she's out here wearing one of the most revealing swimsuits in the entire game. Honestly, though, it's not that far off from Zenobia's regular outfit, but because Raiko's, assets are just so huge and attention-grabbing thanks to Raita, her whole design ends up feeling super fan-servicey. And the wild part is that she doesn't even seem to realize it. It's one of the most ironic things she's ever done. Actually, scratch that. This has become part of her character at this point. Throughout her summer appearance, she's always doing things that come off as hilariously hypocritical. Like, yeah, she's against anything lewd, but wears the most lewd swimsuit herself. The moment that sticks with me the most is when she and Sanzang win the race, and to celebrate public decency, she takes off her sailor outfit and switches into her final Ascension swimsuit, then happily skips off to go fluster both Fuji and Kintoki. She even admits she just wanted to swat away the insects buzzing around them more than actually protect Chaldea's morals. I mean, even in Imaginary Scramble, she admits that she actually knows the swimsuit she's wearing is indecent. Now, whether she's just pretending to care about anti-lewdness or if she just wants to drive other women away from Fuji, we don't know. I'd like to think she really cares, but her summer brain is just doing its thing. Either way, it's a ridiculous yet oddly charming trait that'll always stick with her. Speaking of Raiko, we obviously can't forget her summer race partner, Sanzang. I swear, these two look super sexy and experienced on the outside, but on the inside, they're kinda childish. Now in Sanzang's case, as you all know, she wears a pretty revealing outfit. During the second summer event, she teamed up with Raiko to promote public decency. Raiko, of course, celebrated their win by stripping into her final Ascension swimsuit just for fun, but Sanzang actually genuinely stuck to the idea of public decency and even got mad at Raiko for it. The reason is simple. You see, Sanzang's a monk with strong principles. But at the same time, she admits she's way too trusting and kind of an airhead. That's why she often relies on people around her to make sure she doesn't mess up. And that actually explains her fashion too. She started wearing minimal clothes because her journey to India was really hot. She felt it was a bit too revealing, so she asked her traveling companions if it was okay. And they said it was totally fine. So she just kept wearing it. And since she's a bit of a ditz, she never really saw anything wrong with it. So yeah, her morals are in the right place, she just doesn't realize how sexy she looks half the time. Alright, now let's talk about someone you guys probably know well, Da Vinci. Now I know what you're thinking. Da Vinci is not really an innocent person when it comes to those kinds of things. Even Dr. Roman called her out for it. I mean, she's the one person who can design her own body to be whatever she prefers, but chooses to be a super sexy, big-busted and gorgeous woman like the Mona Lisa that she imagines. So yeah, not exactly the definition of pure and innocent. But while she might be a bit of a tease, there's at least one thing she does that's kind of innocent. After taking a bath, Da Vinci just walks around completely naked. No towel, no robe, nothing. Why? Because she literally forgets she's in a female body. She's still thinking like her old male self, and doesn't really get why anyone would freak out about a naked guy walking around. So yeah, technically not on purpose, so let's count that as a bit of innocent behavior. Now, for for the final one in this video, or at least the last one I know of. If I missed any, feel free to drop them in the comments. Let's talk about Ibuki Doji. Now, just from her portrait, even before you look at her outfit, you already know she's made for fan service. Monster girl, tall, stacked, mature and elegant voice, drawn by Raita no less. She oozes sex appeal just by existing, but the funny thing is, she genuinely seems clueless about how attractive she is. Like, she just picks cute, cheerful outfits without realizing they're extremely revealing, especially during the summer event, where she just goes wild with her fashion choices. It gets even better. There's this one moment where she makes a special outfit for a photo album, and it turns out, completely by coincidence, that the outfit is basically Shuten Doji's assassin swimsuit, just resized to fit her. You can imagine how that turned out. And yeah, I swear someone on the internet did draw that. I've seen it. No, I'm not giving you the sauce. You find it yourself. Anyway, the album got confiscated at the Mini Serva Fest, both because of the outfit and the very suggestive poses she did in it. All while Ibuki is completely oblivious to why everyone's freaking out. What do you guys think? Any other innocent characters out there accidentally serving fan service without even realizing it? Drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.